can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but like in the way where you both come over and he helps, you know, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. Like it's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
This is absolutely the result of men leaving the friend zone, which is becoming so widespread that here we see a woman coming online asking other women if she can borrow their husbands. It's called a handyman. You Google somebody locally, you call that number, and then guess what? You have to pay for it. Because trust me, no husband wants to spend hours at your house, even if his wife is there, to fix things for you and then get just a beer and some food out of it. That man would much rather just stop for some takeout food on the way home from work and then actually be able to sit down for an hour, which is honestly all he wants, because these husbands out here are tired. Lastly, could you imagine a man coming on here making a video and talking about how he wants to borrow your wife in order to do wifey things like cleaning and cooking and doing laundry?
It's a funny point,
he
actually
would be canceled so quickly and he would be kicked off of social media. But that doesn't happen when a woman makes that video because of the double standard.
This shit's crazy, man. So not only do you have to be a husband to your wife, but now you have to be a husband to her entire friend group too. Bruv, you being single at 45 is not my problem. It's just not. Get him out of here, man. My wife's reaction to me saying I want a divorce after finding out she cheated. What's always so funny to me is the woman does a bad thing, but and then she's upset. Like, bro, what? Bro, she's upset that you found out that she's doing something bad equals woman being upset. Huh? Dressed like a bum at my divorce and said I'm broke so I could get out of 10 years of alimony. 2 hours later, I bought a Lambo. The lawyer wasn't happy. What an absolute boss.
Turn off for you.
Like really insecure men.
What's an insecure man?
He worries too much about what you're doing and how you are.
I feel like you've cheated before. Tell me how that happened.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
It was an accident, alright?
Okay.
It was just a
Yeah, he called
spring
it.
break. Fun time, a lot of stuff in my system. It was just a long night. I don't even remember it.
Let me get this straight. He's insecure if he's worrying about what you're doing and who you are. Clearly, you cheated on him. That is gaslighting 101.
Yeah, bro, so many of these women, you cannot take them seriously whatsoever. A lot of them are good for a one-night thing, if that, and that's it. They did this to themselves. They decide to act this way.
Stop talking to my friend's girl. She has a boyfriend and a kid. And a kid.
Damn.
She has a boyfriend and a kid.
Jamal! No, you're quad. Stop talking to me. I got a boyfriend and a kid.
No, but he's like my brother, so it doesn't matter.
Stop talking to me. Okay, so you know how men are super simple, and if they're truly into you, you'll know. It's not rocket science. Women are actually the exact same way. If she's making up excuses why she's not texting you back, if she's not jumping at the opportunity to see you, if she doesn't act like she likes you, she doesn't like you. Don't let women put you in a friend zone, because this is what they try to do. They'll try to keep you around because they think you're good enough to become a friend. They want you to give them that attention that they think that they deserve, but they don't think you're good enough to be a potential boyfriend or someone that they would date. So it's not rocket science with women either. If she doesn't act like she likes you, if she doesn't jump at the opportunity to go on a date, if she doesn't text you back right away, if she doesn't act excited around you, she's not interested and she probably wants to friend zone you, so just drop it. No point in being friends with her. A woman that likes you will not keep you second guessing. You'll know. It's gonna be easy, true. It'll flow, it'll be natural. You guys will be on the same page. So if you feel like you're doing the chasing and it's not reciprocated, drop her. She doesn't like you.
Honestly, bro, it's usually the guys that put themselves in the friend zone. How can a woman put you in the friend zone if you don't have female friends? If you had that standard for yourself, it would never be possible for you to be in the friend zone because you don't have female friends.
If you're an attractive woman, he's not your friend. He's not your friend. Not how most men think. They don't just be friends with an attractive woman because they like her personality. He's waiting for the opportunity, hoping for the opportunity to get out of the friend zone.
In other news, water is wet. Wow. It's so funny how you even have to say stuff like this today. This would just be common knowledge back in the day. This is stuff your grandparents and your parents are supposed to tell you. But the thing is, all of these elders in our lives, they threw out all of these traditions that we've had for thousands of years. They said, nah, I don't like this stuff anymore. We're all equal now. We're all exactly the same. So now all of the young people have basically zero wisdom passed down to them.
Or like, is anyone else tired of just being like, or nobody wants to be a father to a child that they didn't have? Like, what
True.
the fuck, dude?
True.
It's not fair.
It is. A man not wanting to pick up on another man's saved game is actually the normal.
So I'm literally just all the time. Bickle.
She says she's sad and that's why she's behaving this way. Because the feeling of being desired is
Oh,
a real feeling
damn,
that
dude.
everybody craves, right? However, after you already done had kids by another man, it just so happens you're not going to get as many people to take you serious. Look, that's just a fact. It's just a fact. There are some things that can make it a little bit better, like were you married before? Was it a long-term relationship? But in her situation, there wasn't a long-term relationship. She did the whole pregnancy alone. So any normal, regular guy who's don't got no kids, who probably does well for himself, isn't finna wife a chick who has a kid from a prior relationship and is online calling herself an HO3. At the end of the day, nothing can be done about the past. But young ladies, please take note of this, because this is the part that they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you this part. The internet will tell you you can have as many kids as you want by however many people you want, and people are still going to want you the same and wife you up and this and that. When in all actuality, that's not how it works. This conversation is very important because this is avoidable. When we're talking about consent, we're talking about consensual situations here. You being in the situation that she put herself in is 1,000% avoidable. And to the person in the video, I would tell you, first of all, put a seatbelt on. And second of all, if you want to increase your chances of finding your husband, you know what I'm saying? I would suggest not calling yourself an HO3 online. Always be honest with potential partners, when it comes to your past experiences. But I don't know a single person who would wife somebody who's calling herself an HO3 online. It's just a bad look.
Absolutely, bro. Imagine you're going out with a new girl. You just do a simple Google search with her name in it. These videos come up and she's like, I'm so sick and tired of being a 304. I want to settle down with a beta Bob. and you're there like, oh. All right, next. This is one pro of the internet.
Men stopped yearning. Men don't yearn anymore.
And what exactly are they supposed to be yearning for? Quite frankly, I can't see a lot of men yearning after most modern women, especially taking into consideration how a lot of them act.
That's all women want. All they want is to be yearned for.
Oh yes, that's all women want, is to be yearned for. But if we take a look at social media,
dude.
A lot of women out there are going to want men to chase them to see who can line up to pay their bills so they won't actually have to do anything on their own.
Why do you think Mr. Darcy is such a sought-after gentleman, sir?
They mean the fictional gentleman that was written by a woman for women. Okay.
Why do you think women are reading these fantasy novels about men who are literally crawling out of their grave to get to her?
Do you think a lot of those women possess the same character traits as the heroines in those novels? Probably not. That's why it's called fiction. Fantasy.
That's what women want. It's really not that hard, y'all.
Just a thought, and this might come across a bit harsh, but this goes for men as well as women. In order for someone to be desired, they first have to be desirable.
Bro, she's using female fantasy novels as an example, but the other thing she fails to leave out is basically in all of these novels, these dudes are the 1 in a million gigachads. They have rippling 12-pack abs, 7 foot tall. He's a billionaire, and that kind of guy is fawning all over them. What do you think 50 Shades of Grey is? The guy in that story is Giga Chad. He's tall, handsome, makes tons of money, but for some reason he simps for this average chick. It's always so funny, bro. Just the complete lack of awareness. Because again, let's keep it 100% real. If she's actually looking for the kind of guys that simp for her endlessly, she would pick one of the dudes in her DMs. But no, they're not good enough. They're not. Even though they give her tons of endless attention and validation. It is all cap, bro. It is all cap.
This might be a hot take, and I don't want to be canceled for this, but if I'm at the bar and I'm talking to you for the first time, we first meet at the bar, and you don't buy me a drink, I'm a little turned off by that. I'm not like money hungry. I'm not like this gold digger.
Sure.
But I think it's a respectful thing. I do, though, want to hear from a guy's perspective if this is a little crazy.
There's the cognitive dissonance, bro. This is, of course, one of those equality girls. She thinks masculinity is toxic. I can pay for myself, but I want you to pay. So you're strong and independent, but you want to be treated like a weak little wayman. Okay, just the typical hypocrisy.